Hello guys, gals, non-binary pals, TWK here, and welcome to my Strong Conscious video on Final Fantasy VII's Towns! That's right, we'll be taking a look at the towns of one of the most goated games of all time! By the way, this is a mask of the Detroit Red Wings. They may not be winning Lord Stanley's Cup this year, but there's always next time, but I always gotta represent my Detroit. I mean, look at this. All the time. Also this. Can you tell that my family's from Michigan? Nevertheless, I just love talking about towns in video games because, to me, that's where some of the best role building is. You know, you can have your character development, and you can have all of your great plot moments, but sometimes I just like to sit back, relax, and enjoy the scenery. First, let's take a trip to Midgar. We've got the church where Aerith liked to hang out, as well as the scrap-filled Sector 5. I can't stress how much of a scrapyard this area is. Just junk everywhere, and despite that, you can see people trying their best to survive. There is one area that has life, much like her church. Aerith's house has plants of all sorts surrounding her home. And one detail I never noticed until now is the waterfall in the background. This won't be the last time I bring one up either. Going through the ruins of Sector 6, we eventually reach the Wall Market. The Wall Market is just full of non-stop sleaze. Think of it as Midgar's red light district just put through a PG-13 filter. After all, Square wouldn't be interested in an M-rated Final Fantasy game for another 9 entries. It is kind of hilarious how we can order Korean barbecue here, like, what? Where in this game's world is Korea? Where, Square? Where? Our next location is Calm, which is basically what happens when you take a medieval town and add modern technology on top of it. I do like this dive bar that has this cool awning entrance. Once again, it's one of those little touches that makes places like Final Fantasy VII go a long way. After that, it's Fort Condor, which at this current point of the game doesn't really serve a purpose, as I've already helped them repel Shinra troops long enough for this egg to hatch and for us to receive the Phoenix Summon. Following that, it's Junon, which, much like Midgar, is a tale of two cities, the working class who inhabit the area below, and the ritzier top region. Unlike Midgar, the top area is a military base, but it's still much fancier than the area beneath it. I also found a bunch of stat boosting items here, so hooray for getting rewarded for exploration! And to top it off, we get to leave the city in style as we depart to the sunny beach of Costa del Sol. Costa del Sol is a town where it's summertime all the time. No worries are to be had here in this tropical paradise. Oh, and if you've got the cash, you can purchase yourself a villa that basically acts as a free place to restore health. However, if you've got the money for that, then you've definitely got enough to stay at literally any inn this game has to offer, like 20 times over, so I guess it's more of a bragging rights reward than anything else. From paradise to hell, it's North Corral, which is easily one of the most ghetto of ghettos seen in Final Fantasy VII. Sadly, this is not of their own doing, but a direct act from Shinra. Can't help but feel bad for all the people forced into lives of poverty. And just to add salt into all of the wounds, their town is the only way to access the glitziest place on the planet, the Gold Saucer. To say all of this commentary fell deaf on my ears as a child would be an understatement, but as an adult, it's about as loud as a foghorn. The Saucer is nevertheless a gorgeous place, and I only now noticed the roller coaster in the background of the area preceding the Speed Square. Oh, and unlike in Rebirth, you can actually bet on the Chocobo races here. Just a shame that my prediction was way off. Hey, well, better luck next time. Next, we've got Cosmo Canyon, an area full of people who choose to be closer to nature as opposed to the Mako fuel technology. In fact, the only real piece of tech that's used is Bugenhagen's telescope, which just looks really dope in this art style. Can we give Yusuke Naora props for all of his work, or what? What a master of a craft he is. And staying on the topic of nature is the optional area, Gongaga. Yeah, in the original game, Gongaga is 100% optional. Sometime prior to our gang's visit, there was a Mako reactor explosion, and afterwards, the town took a vote and decided not to risk it again and instead turned towards nature. Can't really say I blame them if this Triceratops tank is what came crawling out of the wreckage. Following that, it's Nibelheim, the hometown of Cloud and Tifa that was once burned down but resurrected by Shinra in order to keep the incident a secret. Speaking of secrets, if you head into the mansion and all the way down into the secret basement during Disc 3, you get this snazzy little cutscene showing the final days of Zack's life. The crazy things I keep forgetting to do on this playthrough, I swear. How about a town that didn't make the cut for Rebirth next? This is Rocket Town, just without the rocket now, for plot reasons that you would know if you played the game yourself. With said rocket gone, there really isn't much to this place. Shame? Another shame is Bone Village, which is more of an excavation site than any sort of proper village, but I guess bone excavation doesn't really sound all that attractive to tourists. Icicle Inn is another misnomer as it's an actual town. Not a big one, mind you, but bigger than Bone Village to be sure. This one person is complaining about the cold. Well, maybe it would be warmer if someone would shut the back door for this poor person. Geez, talk about lack of empathy. Staying on the topic of lacking empathy, how about the conquered nation of Wutai? We only see a small section of it in this game, but the architecture is clearly based on ye olde Japan, especially the pagoda. Another detail I only now noticed is the second section is actually off in the distance and we have to cross through a forest to get there. Once again, the Japanese influence was another detail lost on my dumb young brain. And lastly, we have Mideel, a town that has clearly seen much better days. Despite that, the people soldier on as that's all they can do. After all, everyone has to eat, right? And shout out to this kid for keeping the spirits high. Oh, hell yeah! So yes, the towns in this game hold up pretty well, considering all the time that has passed. In fact, I feel like some of these towns hold up better than some modern RPGs. In fact, some even better than modern Final Fantasy games. I mean, compare the towns on Final Fantasy 16 to the ones here in Final Fantasy 7. It's kind of crazy how well these ones just tell the story of the games, whereas the ones in 16 kind of look generic in comparison. Ugh. Then again, a lot about 16 is a bit generic, but that's a topic for a different time. As for what's next, well, that's going to take a couple weeks for me to work on, so I'll see you then for that. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this here little video. Words, I can use them. Hope you enjoyed this video, and hope you enjoy me. I hope you will join me. God, why are my words falling apart here? I hope you will join me for my next video. Jeez Louise, Papa Cheese, my brain, it is falling apart. Anyways, as I stated earlier, hope you enjoyed this video. Join me for the next one. Hope you all have a perfect rest of your day. I'm going to now go and just relax and try to recover my brain energy. Bye-bye.